discuss using examples how training and development can assist organisations to achieve performance goals. So what area are we looking at for that?
Explain what training and development was, and then how it can be used to benefit the goals.
Okay, so you need, here you're looking at your this is going back to the beginning when you're looking more at the knowledge and how that can be useful in organisations. So it's right back at the beginning. So number 2, identify and describe the key components of a needs investigation. Use examples. So what section are we looking at there?
Chapter 4.
So we're looking at the first stage of HRD, aren't we? We're looking at the investigation stage. So what else can the HRD&I be called?
Not
training
bad.
needs assessment or analysis.
Okay, training needs analysis. Okay, so for that, what are you going to talk about?
Can you read the question again? In a mental blank.
Key components. So,
Yep.
or in
In the needs investigation?
So the different stages.
Yeah, the 4 stages.
okay.
So you're
Alright.
going to talk about performance deficiency, diagnostic order, democratic preference and proactive analysis.
Yep, so they're the 4 in needs investigation. What about your training needs analysis?
Is that your surveillance? Is that a performance appraisal?
Yes. This little voice cover. So, yeah, so think about that process. There was a video on one of the weeks back at the beginning about training needs analysis. I haven't said that before, I think I have. That sort of was quite good at explaining it. Okay, number 3 here was use examples to support your answer. Discuss how individual differences affect learning and development. So what are we talking about there?
Like life stages and the
Yep.
differences between like older and younger learners.
Beautiful. Yep. So talking about adult learners then. Compare and contrast how 2 structured or semi-structured learning methods can be used to meet employee development needs. Use examples. So we've got there 2 structured, 2 semi-structured, and then what we've got unstructured, remember, as well. So which strategies fit into which one? What are structured ones?
Like the skill sessions and stuff
Yep.
like that?
Lectures.
Yep, beautiful. So what are semi-skilled? Or semi,
Discussion, role play.
Yep. Case studies. What else do we have? So a number of your presentations covered off on that. And then when we get to the unstructured, what types of things is that?
Mentoring.
Yep, some of my, you get to my favourites.
And coaching,
Yeah.
buddy systems and stuff like that.
Yep. Okay. E-learning has become an important part of HRD. So e-learning is, what's an example?
Doing courses online.
Yep, online courses. Okay, so think about that one's the good things, the bad things. So the advantages and limitations of doing training that way. Next one is very similar to the first one. So discuss how training and development activities contribute to an organisation's competitive advantage. So that's the same, similar stuff to question 1 that would go in there. Okay. Is training the best solution to addressing performance gaps? Discuss using examples, the benefits and problems to address individual employee performance gaps. So we've talked about that a moment ago where we're looking at the performance appraisal. And you're looking at, what else are you looking at in that one? Hello?
So identifying the causes of the lack of performance, not just lack of education or qualifications or training, because that's not always the area that people are doing, have got problems in. Performance appraisal isn't just about addressing whether there's a lack of training, so obviously if there's other problems, training can't always fix everything. It's
That's
about
right.
providing support is also needs to be put in there, and that's not training, so there are other methods.
That's right, and that's really one of the main differences between a training needs analysis and the HRD&I, isn't it? Because the HRD&I actually includes other things, not just focusing on training.
Oh, I gave my bit to someone
I know
else's
you
turn
have.
now.
I know you have. I'm not. I'm just taking a pause.
I thought we were on to the next question.
Yeah.
What, number 8? Well, I would look at like Kirkpatrick and ROI. That's what I would compare.
Beautiful.
Sorry,
So-
say it again.
What's the question?
So
Kirkpatrick and ROI, that's what I would look at.
question 8 is talking about training evaluation, benefits to organisation. So compare and contrast 2 methods of evaluation. So we looked at 3 methods, didn't we? And we've had Kirkpatrick, we've had Phillips ROI, so return on investment. So you would need to explain that obviously. And
I'll say
Brinkerhoff. Okay, so you've got the 3 methods, the main 3 that we talked about. So number 9, group building training methods are those designed to improve work, team or group effectiveness. So what were group building methods? We talked about building training methods. We talked about that in one lecture. There's a little bit that I added in there.
Adventure learning.
Yeah, so things like adventure learning, that came out in, I'm trying,
Action learning.
yeah, so that was in the, structured and semi-structured, wasn't it? I think it was.
Action.
Unstructured.
Was it unstructured? One of those three. Love it. Terminology. So what is blended learning?
Can I take a stab at it? Probably wrong, but why not? Kind of embarrassed myself one last time. So I'm thinking it's a mix of learning on the job or in life, and the other side of it is learning sort of in a more structured environment, say training or development or something like that.
Yeah, so bringing in, different methods
Yeah.
of training, structured and unstructured, and
Combines the face-to-face with the computer.
yeah. So you're not doing all of your online training, you're doing some practical stuff as well. Okay. The next one, discuss the purpose of performance appraisal in a person's career development.
Well, uniting individual performance with the organisational goals. You're trying to create a shared vision.
So what's career development to start with?
Progressing your career through a learning progress and getting more experience. So in the performance appraisal is where you're identifying where the things that you're doing well and the things you're doing not so well, so that now that you know what you're not doing well, you make up strategies to improve that performance, so then you can achieve what you need to achieve to get to the next level.
Yeah, so it's a further step on from just looking at the training required to do your current job. Career development is about your future development. What do you need to do to get to be the manager? And then, so setting yourself up at some sort of career path is more what career development's about.
And would you go then into talking like the three different types of a career or something like the true vertical, protean, boundary, all that?
Yeah, you could. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all fairly, yeah. These days they talk about careers being chaotic. There's a new theory out, the chaos theory. And that's more how our careers go these days than the standard
Yeah.
climbing up the ladder.
Not like a traditional.
No, these days we might step down for a while to learn a new skill to take us to the next step, the next job that we want to do, and then we might go up for a little while and then we might go down again. So it's a bit more higgledy-piggledy.
Mm-hmm.
Or you might take time off, and in that time off you're actually learning some personal, doing some personal development, which may not be structured learning. It might, could be in any form. It might be just the fact that even while you're overseas, that's a huge learning curve. When you go on your big tour around, you learn so much about yourself. So you're developing new skills. So it's a huge variety of things. But in a performance appraisal, there is a part for, usually there's a part for where do you see yourself in 5 years, what things might you like to be working on, etc., etc. But how many of us really tell our employers what want to do in the future. I know I was very careful. I had my little plans. Okay, so where do we go now? So describe the components of the career development process. So again, it's on career development. So what steps do we have in the book that are related to that? So I don't expect you to. There wasn't that much in here from memory. Yeah, we had the happenstance theory, didn't we? Happenstance. What they talk about in the book
Happy
is
dance.
very true. Happy dance, is it?
Happy times. So what page are we looking
So
at?
career development was 172,
172.
and then career counselling.
The career counselling a part of the career development.
Yep. So and there it's talking about career motivation. So as well. So identity, insight, and then resilience. And the career anchors.
Yeah, you've got the 8 by Shine.
Oh yeah. we've got
Technical
Shines.
confidence, managerial competence, security, creativity, autonomy, service, pure challenge, and lifestyle.
Page number?
Page number 174.
174.
So all of that.
We've got to remember
Well,
off by
sorry.
heart though.
There's your two
Oh yeah, I
pages.
expect you to write.
Just don't have that question.
Okay, so it's just those few pages there that's on career development and careers. Oh, there's careers there as well. The boundary-less career.
The boundary-less career is the employability above job security, the portfolio career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, which is really how things are now.
I mean, that's sort of like what you were talking about with
The
chaos.
chaos theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, there's some of the things. It's career development has moved on a lot from what's written in this book. But I don't expect you to rattle off anything else that that would be a bit mean. I mean, I think I covered some of the other things, but yeah. When you get to this bit, you've just got to organise your head. Okay, discuss the role of a mentor and how you would go about selecting a mentor
It's not the book that she told me about it.
to
Lecture.
assist
That's why I
in
put it
your
down.
career
That's
development.
what
Can I
lecture
help
is.
you? What's the matter?
I'm just telling her about the boundaryless thing. Just wanted to write it down.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
boundaryless is in the
Isn't
book.
in the book.
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
wouldn't have. Yep, it's a bit earlier on.
Okay.
It's in this one. Yeah, not
Oh, and for us.
it's one of those.
Yeah, boundaryless, here you go. That's just bar. What is the change of
One second.
Page number of that one?
171.
Oh, okay, yeah, got it. You right? Okay, so mentoring. Discuss the role of a mentor and how you would go about selecting a mentor. So you've got to talk about the role and then how you would select a mentor to assist with your own career development. what things are you going to talk about there?
What's desirable in the trait?
Desirable traits relative to who you are as a
Characteristics.
person.
And we had, someone did a really good presentation on that. I can't remember which group it was.
Yeah. Why do you think it
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. He's just got to remember it all. Okay, discuss the training and development needs of older workers. So, what could you talk about in that? What were those big words we had right back at the beginning?
It's got here like presage factors, what could occur,
The learning environment.
and complex learning experiences. This is, I'm reading this about older learners here.
Yep.
Yeah, that.
Pedagogy.
I was thinking of that, but I was like, nah, that can't be right.
Pedagogy, andragogy.
You know, I actually have used that word since this class.
Andragogy.
On my work, there's these clients of mine that are trying to sign up to uni, and they're like, what is, in the School of Education, one of the topics is pedagogy and andragogy and all this other crap, and they go, I don't even know what that word means. I'm like, I can tell you. I found out about 4 weeks ago. And they looked at me like I was smart, and I was like, yeah, I'm really cool right now.
I have seen it pop up. I don't know. It's like when you see a car that you like, and you don't need aneurysm, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there it is.
I
Yeah.
think pedagogy is a topic in German. It's going to be the most boring thing. How to develop a child.
Okay,
God, that sounds creepy, doesn't it?
How to groom a child.
How to groom a child. The Germans aren't quite that creepy.
Alright, so you talk about a few of those
Sounds
things
dodgy,
there.
doesn't it?
What else might go in there?
Complex learning experiences.
what was that?
Complex learning experiences. We did this in the second
Yeah.
second lecture, some seminar, whatever you call it.
We just talk about all the basics about it one day.
Okay, and the last one there is about change management. But I don't know why I've got that there.
What is
Cross that one off. Woo!
14.
So you've got 14 now.
So no question.
Like that?
Change management not in the exam.
So what else would you like to know?
I cross off some more. Narrow the focus. So we're definitely not allowed any.
Isn't that question 15?
Yeah, that'll be question 15. I'll just stuff it up. My bad.
Just your own brain.
But I can't really give you much more.
10 pages of writing in
Feel free to
2
just
hours.
give
I
us-
think I'm gonna get like.
We won't remember it all. We won't remember.
Is this the dinner exam or is that?
Yeah, the dinner exam. Do we get fed? That would be fantastic.
Yeah, we get tea break. Yeah, I want a break. Do we get fed?
That would require Flinders University to be organised.
And that's our student amenities fees.
Yeah, I'd be happy with
Pizza!
We get like some platters.
So any questions?
So I do have one crucial question.
You did that by intention.
Will you be providing us with the answers today?
No.
Oh, look at that guy. Look at that.
What was that?
I said, oh, is there any more questions? Yeah, will you give us the answers? So what's the fail rate on exams, do you know?
Yeah.
Yes,
I get a lot of
Oh, really?
fails.
Oh, really?
It's absolutely amazing.
I don't like this.
I don't like those
What?
now.
You're not making me feel good about my chances, Rosie.
Oh.
I
Not
do,
like
it's
that.
amazing.
Do you have to pass the exam to pass the topic?
No.
Oh,
Oh, God, so
Oh,
nice.
good. Great one, my little.
I think that's probably why I get a lot of fails.
why you get a little
Really?
It's 40% or 40.
What's the topic pass rate? Oh, come on.
Your faces?
That's a boyfriend.
I
Baby daddy.
No, I don't see through your faces. You'll all be fine.
Charizard has some news.
Wait, what she say?
Rosie, if we just know those
People
14
don't fail the
questions,
exam.
is that adequate?
Yeah,
So we don't need
I've
this-
told you that.
Yeah, but you know how in the revision lecture, like you talked about Kolb's learning style inventory and that? With the converges and the diverges and the...
Well, you
Just
might
talk about
use
sort of
that
be
in
interested.
some of your.
That would talk about the question where
one
people
of your
learn
topics.
differently. That would be in that one. Talk about that one, cold and that.
Yeah.
How much did you get it?
So it's not to say some of those things,
Oh, I think exactly
It's handy.
How much did you get it?
because now you've got to tailor that
I'll get
information,
the best.
Into the
knowledge into the
I'll take one next
questions.
time I go to
But these aren't the exact
This one
questions
costs
getting
maybe
to, right?
some will be.
400, but this case costs 50.
What is that? Is that how you draw?
So it doesn't get wet.
We've
You
got
can use it in the
we've
snow
got
and everything.
helmet mounts,
Yeah.
chest mounts, bike mounts.
Yeah, I've got the head mount and that.
Yeah.
And then a normal flat.